And now we go to my very special guest to talk about, an area in government, local government, that's very important. The district clerk, Loren Jackson. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much, Constable, for having me. Really appreciate you taking the time out to invite us to come to the show to talk to your viewers about some of the many important things that our office is doing in Harris County.
Well, because I know, like many folks out there, maybe they're not sure, what is the district clerk's office do? I mean, we got a county clerk, we got a district clerk. What does the district clerk office do?
Well, the district clerk is actually an interesting office because we're created by the Texas Constitution. And the district clerk is charged predominantly with recording all of the official acts and proceedings of the court. What that means in practical terms is if there is not a court clerk present in the courtroom, there is nobody there to record what's going on within the courtroom. And one of the reasons that the founders of the Texas Constitution and the framers, one of the concepts that they wanted to put into place was to have an independent judiciary. But they went it one step further. Accountability and transparency in the justice system was so important to them that one thing that they wanted to do was to create a separate constitutional office that would be tasked with maintaining all of the records and the information about the judiciary that was independent from the judiciary. So it's a pretty powerful recognition of what the roles and responsibilities of this office are.
Give us information that's kept like what? What kind of information?
What we do is, as you're well aware, the district clerk in Harris County, we're responsible and the chief record keeper for the 59 district courts in Harris County. That's the civil district courts, criminal district courts, family district courts, juvenile district courts, and we also have 15 county criminal courts at law. What that means is anytime there are things that occur or happen in any one of these cases, in any one of these courts, on a day-to-day basis, it's our office's responsibility to take notes and keep track of all of the different things that occur in the courtroom. If the judge grants a continuance, we're the ones who have to document that. If the judge signs an order, we're the ones who need to document that. And we're also the chief record keeper. What that means is we're responsible for keeping track of all of the records and documents that are filed in any one of the cases in any one of those courts. So it's an extremely big job.
And is this open to the public? Let's say that someone wants to look up someone's name and say, I want to know if Victor Trevino has a criminal record. Would they go to your office?
Absolutely they would. In fact, what we can do...
But don't think about going over there and asking for my record, okay?
We've looked. He's clean. He's clean. But one of the things that
that's why he's on the show.
Yeah, exactly. and in fact, one of the things that we have on our website now, it's www.hcdistrictclerk.com. One of the things that we have on our website that's available for the public, we actually offer the public the ability to do a free Harris County criminal background check on our website.
And folks, I want you to make sure, pay attention to this, because sometimes local police departments get calls. They want us to check someone out. Mm-hmm. And when we try to explain to them, we can't do that. It's a legal issue for us. But the district clerk, they have that responsibility, and they can't do it.
That's right.
So when you go there with someone's name that you want, so it's public information.
Public information.
I mean, they have to pay a little cost?
Actually, the criminal background check on our website is free. All you're going to need to have is the person's name and their date of birth. And you can come onto our website. There's a big icon on the very front page. It says background check. You simply click on that link. And if you've got the information, you put the information in there, and we'll tell you.
Is this just convictions, though?
No, this is Harris County criminal background check. This isn't even necessarily convictions. This is any information we have regarding that individual whose name you entered. It could be convictions, dismissals,
and also, I guess to clarify, it would only be cases that were pending in Harris County.
Absolutely. Just Harris County alone. In fact, it's only going to be your Class B misdemeanors and above. The reason why is in the Justice of the Peace courts, there are 16 Justices of the Peace in Harris County, as you know, and each of them sort of have a different process for how they do things. Sometimes they will enter the information into our system, sometimes they will not. You might find some Class C theft by checks every now and then.
But B and above, meaning even felonies?
And felonies, state jail felonies, Class B, Class A misdemeanors, so your run-of-the-mill DWIs. And let me give you just a practical example of why this is such a powerful tool. We've had numerous reports of folks that have come onto these websites, and the big thing we have now is internet dating, right? I mean, I have a 13-month-old daughter, and I dread the day that she might one day be dating. And if any gentlemen out there are watching, in about 30 years she'll be eligible to date.
30 years, huh?
But
sure.
one of the big aspects that we do is having this information available means, especially for folks that are meeting online, if you come online and do a criminal background check, you might find that maybe that gentleman you're going to go on a date with, ladies, maybe he's got a prior rape conviction. And the reason I use that example is because that's an actual story of something that happened through somebody who had communicated with me, where they had used our website and found that example. In fact, we've had other examples with folks in our staff whose child was going to go on a date with a young man. He was going to come pick her up and take her to the movies. The mom, who happens to be a part of our office, did a background check and found he had DWI convictions. So obviously she didn't want her daughter riding in a car with him. So it's such an important tool for folks. If you're a business owner, well, if you're hiring an accountant, you might want to know if they've ever been convicted of theft. It's an important tool.
And really any employer.
Absolutely.
Any employer for
Absolutely.
that matter
Any employer
can look up someone's background. But I bet you, I'll guarantee you, ladies and gentlemen at home, many of us didn't know this. We really didn't know the district clerk, had that service. But all we have to do is be informed. That's why our program here is to give you information so you can pass it on. Talk to folks out there and tell them, do you know who Loren Jackson is? He's a district clerk. What do they do? That's where we need your help. That's what this program is about. We're going to improve the quality of life. It's through information that is valid, that is correct. So you're not just going to hear Victor Trevino's opinions, but hear the expert. Loren Jackson is the district clerk. It's an elected position here in Harris County. That's right. And, he is an elected official. And it comes up for election every so often, right?
Yeah, it's traditionally a 4-year term.
Okay.
It's actually, it will be on the ballot this November for a full 4-year term.
And you've been there already how long?
Well, I want an unexpired term, so I've been here now almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years.
And this November, the office is traditionally up during the gubernatorial years. So, but it's an extremely important office. We have, 460 full-time staff.
And I appreciate the fact that you wanted to come on, live. This is a live program, folks.
Absolutely.
This is here at the studio, WTP, Channel 17, and WTP stands for We the People. That's how appropriate. That's what it's about. This program is your program, and Loren Jackson is here to tell you information that is important. We just talked about one. There's so many, so we're going to talk about others. But keep this in mind again. We'll open up the lines if you have some questions or comments, but just the fact that you can look up someone's background, criminal background. Now, where would they go? If they don't go online, you can do it online, and it's free. Or I guess they can go in person?
Absolutely. You can come down in person. By law, our office's function is any document that we receive and that we maintain on behalf of the judges, by law it's a public record, which means anybody in the world can have access to it upon request. The only exceptions to that rule is if it's confidential by statute or if the judge issues a sealing order. But everything else, it's public information. And by law, I have to disclose it. I have no authority to be selective about what I'm going to display and what I'm not going to display. And so the information is there. And what we've done is using the website and also through in person, one of the things that we've done is try to encourage folks to utilize this information so that they have all the information they need at their disposal to make informed decisions.
Or just think, if you're going to get a contractor who's going to come do work at your house, wouldn't you want to know something about their background, folks? And just let them know. Be upfront with them. I need to know about your background because before anybody does work at my house, we're going to do a criminal background on you. And if they don't like it, fine. Find another contractor. But be upfront with them. But knowing that you have this tool available to you, I think is very important, especially if you got a contractor that's already been filed on for fraud as a con artist. You need to know that. So you're going to have to tell this person, if you're going to consider this person again, there's going to have to be some requirements up front that you're guaranteed the work is going to be done. And not that you pay money up front, but this is a service that's available through the district clerk's office as long as you're aware and you pass it on. Or even, I think, as Mr. Jackson mentioned earlier, if your son or daughter is going to start dating and you want to let them know, you want to find out if this person has a criminal background, you need to know. I mean, who you're dealing with. I think, maybe it's sad that we're getting to that stage, but we got to keep up with the times, ladies and gentlemen. We got to keep up with the times.